Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, America.
Welcome, America. We're British. Can you tell? Trouble in paradise.
And the reason he points out that we are British is you have to forgive us for not knowing our arse from our elbow.
What?
Read American politics. You do. You know it
Yeah,
more,
I beg to
but
differ.
I don't. And I'm only just really finding out. And I'm astonished, amazed, shocked, in awe,
Perplexed?
confused. But
Flabbergasted.
sadly, and this should not be the case, I am entertained.
Here's the thing.
Roll up, roll up, roll up. Come to the circus, come to the circus.
You
Roll
won't get
up,
nothing
roll
for
up.
these, what is it, melons and what?
You don't get many of these to the pound.
Mm-hmm.
And of me Banburys there too, and ain't me those Banburys.
Okay, well, enough of this Oliver Twist nonsense. We're British, but we have a healthy obsession with all things American. Cinema, film, politics, you name it. Snacks. But yeah, American politics. I have followed the last two elections. Nadia has become obsessed with this election, and it's become a circus, just like the last two elections have.
And it's such a smorgasbord of delights.
It really is.
Picked out through the week. Oh my God, have you seen what he said about her? Oh my God, have you seen what she's done? Have you got? And so really, we're just going to do a bit of a patchwork and just go, what about this bit? What about when they said this?
Now, we say it's a smorgasbord of delights. Baked into the leader or the next president of America is the fate of everyone on this planet.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's a smorgasbord of delights, but there's also the distinct sense of Armageddon at the back of all of it.
Well, when I say smorgasbord of delights, I mean to get one's teeth into
absolutely.
and discuss.
Yeah. Well, look, the last week or the last several days, there's been so much that's happened. Trump's second assassination attempt just moves on. Taylor Swift, all sorts. And he was on the hustings again last night with a massive rally speech on Long Island, wasn't it, in New York?
Wasn't it quite a small crowd?
It looked enormous, if I'm brutally honest.
Sorry for saying small.
And look, our persuasions lean left. I won't stand up to show you. But
Are you a Marxist?
oh, no.
Good God!
Yeah, I'm a communist.
Good God, it'll be Russia next.
Oh, God. No, we're not. And you know what? Kamala would come in for some equivalent kind of scrutiny, but she really isn't out there as
She's
much.
going to come out of the house.
I'm not seeing her anywhere.
I mean, the White House, not the house.
Is she in the White House?
I don't know.
Does she have an apartment?
Are they there all the time?
I don't know.
The vice president.
Is she next door to Biden? Is it like a motel? Do they have bedrooms next?
I don't think they live in there.
No, maybe it's the Grey House. Anyway, so we're going to go through some of the sort of best. I've pulled together some bits and bobs. We've got even posts from Truth Social. Oh yeah,
God.
Donald Trump's own social media platform.
Wow.
But anyway, and we've got a moment from Melania. So stay tuned. Let's listen to him about Taylor Swift. Obviously, Taylor Swift last week endorsed Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris gave a speech or issued a statement in which nearly every one of Taylor Swift's songs was referenced within it. I felt she went too far. There were too many songs. Should have maybe done 4, not 18.
Well, you know, as Caddy Cat and Scaramucci say, be very careful when you try to play him at his own game, because invariably he will win. Going back to Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go higher. And do you remember?
Yeah, when you go low,
but when you try and go low like him, invariably he will eat you up.
It'll go lower.
But he will win. So you've got to play it a different way.
And when you can't go lower, he digs a hole and burrows. Anyway, listen to this. This was after Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala.
Out of nowhere, after the debate last night, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. What do you think?
Well, I actually like Mrs. I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better, if you want to know the truth. She's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. You couldn't possibly endorse Biden. You look at Biden, you couldn't possibly endorse him. But she's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it in the marketplace. But no, I like Brittany. I think Brittany's great. Brittany got a lot of news last week. She's a big
MAGA fan.
It's not Britney Spears, it's another Britney. Britney Amos or something?
It's
not Britney Spears.
You sure it's not Britney Spears?
No, he left the surname off in the hope that I think it's Britney Spears, but it's a different Britney.
But just in case you're wondering, so obviously he's not happy, and he posted on Truth Social, very simple, I hate Taylor Swift.
Well, before he started to lose it on this, when he was asked what he thought of Taylor Swift, this is the one I love.
Yeah.
What do you think about Taylor Swift? One of the most famous people right now.
Yeah, I think she's beautiful, very beautiful. I find her very beautiful. I think she's liberal. She probably doesn't like Trump, but I hear she's very talented. But I think she's very beautiful, actually. Unusually beautiful.
What? What the hell?
What?
What?
Hang on. It's the way.
It's when he doesn't. I tell you what. I think I've worked out what he does.
What?
When he comments on people's looks, when he's not just being creepy. It's because he's trying to control himself, and he's going to try and be dignified, which apparently now he regrets he wasn't dignified in the debate. And so he says a polite thing, and a polite thing is to say that somebody's beautiful.
It was a little bit.
Scaramucci,
Yeah,
his campaign manager he said exactly the same.
And it's a little bit like after the, his kind of failed debate with Kamala, he went over and said that was really good. He tries to overcompensate, doesn't he, on the oddest ways.
My friend has met him a couple of times in Scotland, and he's always very, very charming.
Right.
But I'll have to ask her, does he say, you're beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful,
I've
beautiful?
seen-
I find you beautiful. Wow.
What?
If he finds me beautiful,
Christ.
I must be so beautiful.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But also the other thing he does there, which is kind of strange, he talks about Trump in the third person. I hear she won't like
It's a sign
Trump.
of lunacy.
Yeah, no, but hang on. Trump is saying, I hear she probably doesn't like Trump, which means that this Trump talking is all right with her. Because she doesn't like a different
No, but
Trump.
it's part of the brainwashing.
No, it's
what he's
madness.
doing is giving the sentence to others, to the followers, to the disciples, so they can say, Taylor doesn't like Trump. He gives out the sentences that he wants people to repeat.
But I think he thinks there's more than one version of him, and he was talking about the version of him she doesn't like, and the version of him talking was a different version.
Oh, I
of
see what you
Trump.
mean. But I find, and I'm sorry if anyone does talk about themselves in the third person, I always think lunatic when somebody does it. It's Looney Tunes.
Egotist. Okay, this is a quote from his rally in Long Island where he talks about winning New York. This is about New York, and I just want to know if there are any New Yorkers, whether you actually think he is going to win New York.
Is it very, very relevant to win New York? I don't know.
Is it very, very
Is
relevant?
it very, very important?
It
to the
is, because
election?
he's deeply unpopular in New York.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, and in terms of historically, I mean, I think, let's listen to his quote. Let's listen to what he has to say.
And the reason I'm here is because hasn't been done in many decades.
See?
It hasn't been done for a long time, but we are going to win New York.
Oh, he just says anything.
See, it hasn't happened in a long time.
He just says anything.
Yeah, but he's right. He's right, and it was a big crowd.
No,
And
but
if
it's right that it hasn't happened in a long time. It's not right that he's going to win New York.
It's not right at all. I mean, because they're still on a knife edge. The polls are still she's still 2 percentage points ahead, even though he keeps quoting other weird polls by Rasmussen or Rasputin.
97%.
Every number under the sun.
6%.
Now, this next quote for me, or this next soundbite, is the most astonishing from last night or the night before.
Oh, it's one of my favourites. This
is a top drawer Trump classic.
Here in the UK, we say it's a corker.
Yeah, and so I've put back to front one moment where he talks about the goodness, and he doesn't use the word joy.
He refuses to.
He refused to use the word joy. Anyway, let's listen to what he thinks of himself and how he describes himself to Melania.
But I'd say, baby, who could do it like me? Nobody can do it like me. How great am I?
Not just great.
And she'd say, I'd say, how great was the speech? Not how good, how great was it? So I'd call up my wife and I'd say, baby, who could draw crowds? Nobody can draw crowds like me. Nobody, not even close. I'm the greatest of all time, maybe greater even than Elvis, because Elvis had a guitar. I don't have a guitar. Elvis had a guitar. I don't have the privilege of a guitar.
I'm sorry.
No, come on.
Let's
come on. Let's stop mucking about. Let's stop.
Come on.
Let's stop it. Let's just stop it all.
No, let's
You
not.
cannot have the most powerful leader in the world saying, I'm even better than Elvis because I don't have the luxury of a guitar.
Hang on.
What is the relevance?
You're shaking.
I'm terrified.
Toffee, stop it.
I'm literally terrified.
But no, he has a point.
Oh, Mark. You've been cultured.
No,
Mark,
no.
Look at me.
No.
Look at me.
No.
He's a very dangerous
No, but
man.
listen to me. What I'm trying to say is, what he should do, if he had a campaign manager who had any kind of nous on
He
his
probably
next...
has got a campaign manager with nous, but he doesn't listen
Well,
to
Scaramucci
anyone.
was one of his campaign managers. He on his next hustings, he should have a guitar.
Oh God, don't, Mark, because he'll think he can play it. Can
He's
you
got
imagine?
to do it. The cringe, the ick. I mean, I can't believe.
Baby, I'm better than Elvis.
The only thing
I'm
that he's-
coming back to you, baby. Melania. I'm coming back without a guitar.
No, baby,
With
baby. I say baby. It's not great. It's not good. It's great. But the only difference between him and Elvis is a guitar. He genuinely thinks the only difference, and that minor detail of a guitar.
Okay.
You've got to be able to play
so
the guitar.
let's just imagine for a moment
Yes.
that the single only difference between him and Elvis is that he's left his guitar on the bus, right?
Yeah.
So he has the enormous talent. He can sing to thousands. He's got
Can
snake
dance.
hips. He's got midnight blue eyes.
Tiny
he's got
hands.
thick, rich black hair and a fabulous tan. How would any of that help him as a president?
Well, yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, maybe he could sing
You're
lullabies.
lucky.
He could sing lullabies to Putin.
Beautiful.
Okay, he talks about Melania. Melania's got a new book
Who?
coming out.
Again, sorry I keep quoting Scaramucci, but Scaramucci was very close to him. He said there is no one in the world that hates Trump more than Melania.
That's too
Which
funny.
I love.
Okay, well, let's check this out. This is about Melania, and then afterwards, I've got something else to show you.
Go out and get her book. She just wrote a book. I hope she said good things about it. I don't know. I didn't. So busy. She just wrote a book called Melania. Go out and buy it. It's great.
You don't know it's great.
You haven't even opened it.
And if she says bad things about me, I'll call you all up and I'll say, don't buy it. Get rid of it.
Classic misogynist. Like, so I can give or
Well, I
take
think-
success
yes.
from my baby who's waiting at home for me to come home without
With my guitar. Oh, God, baby.
Sorry.
Do you want to see Melania? Melania.
It's a sexist world, and
It is.
I'm fading with him.
So I think, in the spirit of fairness and giving the person that he's talking about an opportunity to
sell
kind
the
of
book.
sell the book,
Come on.
we're going to see Melania's attempt to sell the book. Now,
Come on,
now,
darling.
most importantly, she is equating her work to high art.
Is it a book of photographs or paintings? Sorry.
Just check this out.
Why do I stand proudly behind my nude modeling work? The more pressing question is, why has the media chosen to scrutinize my celebration of the human form in a fashion photo shoot? Are we no longer able to appreciate the beauty of the human body?
Fine art.
Throughout history,
this was recreated.
master artists have revered the human shape, evoking profound emotions and admiration. We should honor our bodies and embrace the timeless tradition of using art as a powerful means of self-expression.
So,
Eh?
no, so okay. So
I thought that was her naked. I thought she was
You
recreating
absolute-
great works of art in the
no,
note.
no, she's equating.
Oh, right, sorry.
Her own nude modelling that she is forever pulled down about and pilloried
I didn't
for.
know she was a nude model.
Well, neither did I. She's kind of Lady Dog
Let's find the
protested.
photos.
Okay,
Got it out there. The internet never forgets.
Oh, let's do that for the next one. Anyway, so I think what she's trying to say is all this trying to pull me down, knock me down. You know, why? When I was on a fashion shoot and I showed my body, when in fact it's all about self-expression and art.
So she's exactly like him. Like if you say something about them, they then have to find some way to megaphone it to the world
Yeah.
that everybody's got them wrong.
Basically, her nude photos are as significant as Michelangelo's.
Wow.
David, is it?
Well, can we
Yeah.
have a look at one?
We haven't got any.
Oh.
No, yeah. Anyway, but that's her book, and she's advertising her book, and it's called Melania.
Should we buy it for fun?
I think we should. Okay, we can't
Is
end...
the money going to charity for the book?
I haven't got a clue. I think, no, it's probably going to Trump, isn't it? It's probably going to his election.
Have you seen his website with the t-shirts?
Well, Trump talks a
Fell
little
down
bit
a
more...
wormhole with that.
Trump talks a little bit more about Springfield, where, of course, they're eating cats and dogs, allegedly.
Oh God, he's planning to go there,
Yeah.
isn't he? Is that, yeah.
How about in Springfield, Ohio? They had 32,000. This is a little beautiful town. No crime, no problem.
None at all.
32,000 illegal immigrants come into the town, 32.
32.
So they almost doubled their population in a period of a few weeks. Can you believe it?
64,000.
And you know what? They've got to get much tougher. I'm going to go there in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to Springfield and I'm going to Aurora.
Wait.
You may never see me again, but that's okay. Got to do what I got to do. Whatever happened to Trump? Well, he never got out of Springfield.
That is exciting because they were lunatics on proper news channels, Mark. News channels, right?
I know what a news channel
channels.
is.
And they were lunatics. I don't know who they were or what they were called, but they were going, we will come out. They were like, you know, they were guests. And they were saying, we'll walk the perimeters of his house. We'll we'll do this to protect him. What's he doing there? Wow. He's trying to get people to go to Springfield because he is hinting that he could get attacked.
The right to bear arms, as you Americans will know who are watching this, the right to bear arms is baked into the Constitution.
And when a musket could blow one bullet.
Precisely, but it was born out of the idea of something called militias, being able to raise and organise a militia to defend your land, your sort of state, whatever. In that, that's interesting that there are people claiming that they're going to protect his kind of perimeters. Yeah. Because that's speaking to the Wild West.
I feel he's calling for it.
Yeah.
And all of Vance,
JD Vance
stuff. I mean,
well, he says they're making up stories.
Well, no, but also, you know, the rhetoric from the Democrats and inciting somebody's going to get hurt. It's like, take a little look at yourself, matey Philip.
Yeah. Okay, so he does talk about Kamala Harris.
But the message is it's time to stop the lies, stop the hoaxes, stop the smears, stop the lawfare or the fake lawsuits against me, and stop claiming your opponents will turn America into a dictatorship. Give me a break.
Come on, give me a break.
Because the fact is that I'm not a threat to democracy, they are.
But the problem is, he's written it all out, isn't he, in his manifesto?
Yeah, but he's said he's got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but we all know he has. I mean, it's all written out in greatest detail.
He's the only man I know who will say two opposite things on the same day in order that people go, but he said that.
Yeah, because everyone can be right.
Exactly.
Because said it all.
It's a strategy. Say everything. That's what he's done with the abortion laws.
And in 2020, even though I got millions and millions more votes, they said, sir, if you get the same number of votes as you did in 2016, 63 million, sir, you cannot lose. I got millions more, and I lost. And so I say to the people of New York, with crime at record levels, with terrorists and criminals pouring in, and with inflation eating your hearts out, vote for Donald Trump. What the hell do you have to lose? What do you have to lose?
What do you have to lose?
Well, I mean, I suppose the Americans need to answer that for us, just under here.
But the point is, one of the most important things to stress, though, is his numbers aren't going down. He's not losing anyone, but he's not gaining anyone. But neither is she. They're both literally just cruising.
So weird, isn't it? Well, it's just a totally divided country. It's like when we went into Brexit, and there was just a hair's breadth between the vote. And what happens is that's always a terrible thing for a country because it splits it, and nobody is ever happy.
I just pulled this clip because this is him talking about San Francisco, where obviously Kamala Harris, was she the Attorney General, or she was, Chief Prosecutor? Chief Prosecutor, yeah. That's where she what's it called? Not cut her wings, won her wings. What is it called when you earned her stripes?
Earned her stripes.
Well, those are the American phrases, It's where she cut her teeth. Cut her teeth. That's it. And became a politician. But look, he's got this to say about San Francisco.
He destroyed the city of San Francisco. And I own a big building there. I shouldn't talk about this, but that's okay. I don't give a damn because this is what I'm doing. I should say it's the finest city in the world. Sell and get the hell out of there, right? But I can't do that. I don't care, I lost billions of dollars. Somebody said, what do you think he lost? I said, probably 2-3 billion. That's okay. I don't care. They said, you think you'd do it again? And that's the least of it. Nobody. They always say that, I don't know if you know, Lincoln was horribly treated.
Oh, good. I thought something had happened.
He took so many handbrake turns in his conversation. Unfortunately, I related to that because he is ADHD. For sure. He had 36 different thoughts there. He had a building, he didn't have a building. He didn't want to say that it's awful.
I wasn't going to sell it. I lost me a lot of money, but he didn't mind because it was 2 or 3 billion. Well, apparently his shares are doing
terribly for Truth Social.
He's very annoyed about the interest rate going down. Did you know that?
I'm sure he is.
And Vance, because they want the country in ruins.
Yeah, it's good news, actually. The interest rate going down for Americans, obviously. I just want to share this with you. 2 topics very close to my heart: bacon and wind.
Oh.
Yeah.
You take a look at bacon and some of these products, and some people don't eat bacon anymore. And we are going to get the energy prices down. When we get energy down, this was caused by their horrible energy wind. They want wind all over the place. But when it doesn't blow, we have a little problem. This was caused by energy. This was really caused by energy and also their unbelievable spending. They're spending us out of wealth, actually. They're taking our wealth away.
The bacon.
So
It's the bacon spending you out of wealth with wind.
So if you just dig into that for a minute. So people are eating less bacon. Why? Because they're investing in wind. But when wind...
There's not a lot of wind until there isn't any wind.
When it doesn't blow, there's no wind.
blow.
So with no wind, there's no bacon. And by investing in wind, you are losing our wealth. Okay. Final little clip of the day is something that Donald Trump reposted on Truth Social. He is actually an art fan. He's into art.
Well,
and he's
as is his wife.
Yeah.
We've already discovered that. They obviously
Love
look
it.
through art coffee table books together.
I see them at the Guggenheim myself, wandering around
I
looking at
wonder
art.
if it started when he first spotted her in the nod.
And he thought Michelangelo, or something like that. Okay, well, this is an artist he's promoted on Truth Social. And yeah, see what you think. The photo. That's the kind
She's
of art
very
he likes.
clever because she's made him a lot slimmer with a longer arm.
Right. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, he does look good there, doesn't he?
Well, as Scaramucci says, he gets very annoyed if he hasn't got his corset on.
His corset, his shoes with blocks, tiny hands, and Scaramouche says he's got tiny hands. I'd love to meet Trump. I would. I'd love to have a chat
I
with
prefer
him.
to meet Scaramouche.
I think you'd prefer to date Scaramouche. I think you've got a crush on him.
I've got a massive crush
All
on him.
right. Crikey. Anyway, there's your digest. What do you think, Americans? Have we got a grip?
Tell
You
us-
fucking haven't.
Tell us below what it's actually like for you, you poor things.